published 4:26 Eastern Standard Time, the 21st of February 2018, updated 7:38 Eastern Standard Time, the 21st of February 2018. Brendan Cole's former Strictly Come Dancing co-stars Janette Manrara and Aljaž Škorjanec have weighed in on the show's stalwart's alleged shock-sacking. Appearing on Wednesday's GMB, the couple were quizzed over reports that the 41-year-old was axed from the much-loved BBC ballroom show after he broke protocol and waltzed with the Duchess of Cornwall at Buckingham Palace in December. Janette, 34, hinted the stars of the show were unaware of the protocol when they appeared at a charity fundraiser with the royals, in a point which seemed to concur with Brendan's denial, as he said, "There was no brief from BBC." Happy days. Brendan Cole's former Strictly Come Dancing co-stars Aljaž Škorjanec and Janette Manrara have weighed in on the show's stalwart's shock-sacking. who announced his shock departure from Strictly last month, has been subject to reports in The Sun that he left show bosses furious after he disobeyed orders and asked Camilla to dance during the series' Christmas special. Reports stated that Brendan's actions left showrunners up in arms, that he broke his rank, which was allegedly the last straw, and proved he couldn't be controlled. The reported breach happened as he joined his pros and show judges at a tea dance in aid of an osteoporosis charity, which was organized by Craig Revel Horwood. Both Good Morning Britain hosts Kate Garraway and Charlotte Hawkins have previously appeared on the show in 2007 and last year, respectively, so were naturally keen to probe the duo on news of Charlotte's former dancer partner Brendan's alleged dismissal claims. Appearing on Wednesday's GMB, the couple were quizzed over reports that the 41-year-old was axed from the much-loved BBC ballroom show after he broke protocol and waltzed with the Duchess of Cornwall at Buckingham Palace in December. Happy days. Aljaž and Janette, who were present at the event, were adamant this was not the case, as she said, "It was such a beautiful event, it was so nice and a beautiful charity, and she seemed to be really enjoying Strictly and the cast and the dancing." Reports. Aljaž and Janette, who were present at the event, were adamant this was not the case, as she said, "It was such a beautiful event, it was so nice and a beautiful charity, and she seemed to be really enjoying Strictly and the cast and the dancing." Aljaž and Janette, who were present at the event, were adamant this was not the case, as she said, "It was such a beautiful event, it was so nice and a beautiful charity, and she seemed to be really enjoying Strictly and the cast and the dancing. I don't know protocol, but she seemed happy to get a little waltz in there. It's a nice event, and I don't think it crossed any of our minds that it would be a bad thing." Her husband went on, "The show will definitely be odd without him. We still think of ourselves as newbies. I'll never forget our first year, he was always there for advice." Kate asked if they were informed over royal protocol, to which Janette responded, "I don't remember, I was just so excited to be there. You get scared you're around royalty, but I was just so excited then." The Duchess of Cornwall posed alongside President of the National Osteoporosis Society and LR Strictly Dance's Neil Jones, Amy Dowden, Brendan, Janette Manrara, presenter Tess Daly, head judge Shirley Ballas, Judge Craig Revel Horwood, and dancers Anton Dubecker, Chloe Hewitt, Pasha Kovalev, Diane Buswell, Karen Clifton and Oti Mabuse. Happy days. Viewers threw the support behind the pair, as users took to Twitter to pen, "Aljaž loved seeing you. You two are absolute sweethearts." As Charlotte meanwhile jumped to his defense, saying, "He did the gentlemanly thing and asked her to dance," while Janette added, "She had a huge smile on her face. She loved meeting all of us and talking about the show." When reports hit, a senior Strictly source told The Sun, the event had been very carefully orchestrated, largely due to Craig's friendship with Camilla, and everyone, including Brendan, had been given an extremely clear briefing. Each of the professionals was to pair up with the guests while Craig danced with Camilla. But Brendan, being Brendan, had to make it about him and ignored everyone and made a beeline for Camilla, who politely didn't cause a scene. The source added, "Everyone was outraged by the cheek of his actions. He always has to be center of attention. It was the final straw for everyone involved with the show and the BBC. They just realized he couldn't be controlled." Viewers threw the support behind the pair, as users took to Twitter to pen, "Aljaž loved seeing you. You two are absolute sweethearts." Excitement. Brendan shared his excitement for getting invited to the palace ahead of event, writing, "Just a quiet day. A small visit to Buckingham Palace. By invitation of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cornwall. I'm rather excited. Denial in light of the claims. A spokeswoman for Brendan denied the reports to Mail Online. They shared, "I can confirm that these assertions are absolutely, categorically untrue. There was no such brief from BBC. Strictly won't be the same without Brendan, but you two make up for the loss. One of you had better lift the glitter ball this coming season. XX. How lovely is it? Janette Manrara and at Aljaž Škorjanec on GMB. Supporting at Brendan forever. Following his dance floor stint with the Royal, Brendan discussed the encounter on his Instagram feed in November, which has since been deleted. He shared, "I love this. I asked the delightful Duchess of Cornwall if it was okay to ask her to dance. Luckily she said yes. What a charming host and wonderful day." In light of the claims, a spokeswoman for Brendan denied the reports to Mail Online. "I can confirm that these assertions are absolutely, categorically untrue. There was no such brief from BBC." Mail Online has also contacted a rep for Strictly Come Dancing partners. Brendan was partnered with GMB presenter Charlotte during his final stint on the BBC show. Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield also discussed the incident on Wednesday's edition of This Morning, when the Duchess came in. Camilla was asking Ruth Langsford all about Strictly. "She's obviously a massive fan. I would be surprised if she hadn't said something to Brendan," Phil said. The latest reports come after Furious Strictly producers sacked fiery Brendan after 13 years and 15 series on the show for creating negative press and for his on-air outbursts, saying that no one is bigger than the show, sources told Mail Online late last month. The professional dancer broke down in tears on ITV's Lorraine as he revealed he has been axed, and a source told Mail Online producers were said to be furious over his recent interview, in which he criticized his celebrity partners. "They've always tolerated his rows with the judges as it creates drama and acceptable headlines, but this was a step too far," another source said. The producers believe no one is bigger than the show. Furious, the professional dancer broke down in tears on ITV's Lorraine as he revealed he has been axed, and a source told Mail Online producers were said to be furious over his recent interview, in which he criticized his celebrity partners. "They've been struggling to recruit celebs in recent years, and the producers thought this interview was a step too far in terms of negative press for the show, made it more difficult to recruit celebrities, and may have been a factor in the decision to not renew his contract." Brendan previously said about his celebrity partners in the interview with The Sun, "I don't have a say in who I'm partnered with. I don't think you would do it if you knew who some of them were. Can I say that? I'm going to get fired, aren't I?" He also said, "I have not liked a few of them. It is more than 50% of them I have liked. When you meet people and work with them, you don't necessarily like all of them." The emotional star, who famously rode with new head judge Shirley Ballas during the last series, as well as Bruno Tonioli, talked about his shock sacking on rival channel, ITV, and said, "This is hard to talk about. The BBC haven't renewed my contract." Special, Brendan danced with Katie Durham during 2017's Strictly Come Dancing Christmas special. Honest, the emotional star, who famously rode with new head judge Shirley Ballas during the last series, as well as Bruno Tonioli, talked about his shock sacking on rival channel, ITV, and said, "This is hard to talk about. The BBC haven't renewed my contract." He added, "They have made an editorial decision not to have me back on the show. I have had 15 incredible series on the show. They are a great team. I'm very disappointed. It's an editorial decision. I will never know the ins and outs." Meanwhile, a second source told Mail Online the judges did not want him back. The rows he had in the last series with judges Shirley Ballas and Bruno Tonioli were the last straw. Brendan was stubborn and did not back down, which created an atmosphere backstage at the last series. The producers believe no one is bigger than the show. Not one judge has reached out to him, which says a lot. He was not popular. His time was up, and it seemed like Brendan was the last to know. The BBC told Mail Online last month would like to thank Brendan for being part of the show since the beginning, winner of the first series, and for the contribution he has made to its success. "We wish him all the very best for the future." Contrasting, meanwhile, a second source told Mail Online the judges did not want him back. The rows he had in the last series with judges Shirley Ballas and Bruno Tonioli were the last straw.